Hi, and welcome to Cat and Dogs on Wheels. I'm Cat. This handsome fella here is RJ. Despite what you hear about all the closures for our dispersed camping and how it's hard to find a place, are we going to lose our land for boondocking? We aren't going to lose our land for boondocking. Any closures that are happening out here are temporary closures, not because they don't like nomads. It's because they are maintaining the forest land. You've got logging, which I'm sure there's money involved in that too, but it is also managing the forest for new growth to help prevent fires. One of the things that I came across was an area was closed down because they were doing controlled burns. Again, it's for forest management. So what I've found out here is there's forest management closures, but nothing is against nomads, and there's still plenty open. And it is very, very possible to find your perfect campsite, even though I know we all have different priorities that make our perfect campsite. Let's talk more in depth about that. And as usual, lately I've been liking to combine our walks with my video making, killing two birds with one stone. And RJ is more than ready to go on the walk. So let's do a little walk and talk. So what all was wrong with our last site? Well, there were several things wrong with it. For one, the area was being logged, so we had log truck traffic. Another, it's privately owned pieces of property up along beyond us on that same forest road. So you have delivery trucks and regular traffic and new construction, new homes going on up there. And along with that traffic came dust. That was a major thing wrong. I mean, we were just getting inundated with dust. And the second thing is basically we had no cell service, and it just wasn't that pretty. But never fear, we found much better. As you can see, our next stop, RJ thinks I take too long in my talks, so he thinks he needs to dig a bed everywhere we stop. Now, when you're searching for these places, GPS isn't always going to be accurate. A lot of times it doesn't even know some of these roads exist. You need to resort to the map, the National Forest map. And they are excellent at taking you through all the different Forest Service roads. Now, if you look at the key here, the top two roads are the roads that you're going to be going on. So you're looking for the open 2 lines or the dotted lines. And then places that allow dispersed camping, they have those little pale dots. And if there's camping on the left side, the dots are on the left side. If they're on the right side, it's the right side. And sometimes you see the dots on both sides. That means there's camping on both sides. The closures don't even dent how much is actually available out here. And it's not crowded. I mean, as you can see from our camp, we can't see any other campers. And as we were driving out here, there you'd see one camper here, and then a little far away, another camper. So basically everyone out here is camping pretty isolated. It's not crowded at all. We just happen, and you just keep looking. Now, yesterday I had 3 different Forest Service roads that I was going to check out. And as luck would have it, we found our perfect spot at the first Forest Service road that we came to. There is so much out here. And up here in Flagstaff, our temperatures are so much milder. Let's walk a little further and we'll talk about what makes a perfect campsite for me. Let's keep walking. If you've been watching my last couple of videos, you know we have to do water break. Now let's talk about that perfect campsite. Cell service is important. And it's amazing out here. When you're driving down and looking at campsites and you see one in one place and there's no cell service. But then you go to another campsite, it could be the very next one or a few campsites down, you have great cell service. And the other thing we're looking for is solar. Now when you're in the forest, it's not always easy to get enough sun when you're in these trees. So now you're looking for a campsite that has a fairly open area so that you can at least get sun through most of the day. If you're trying to escape the heat, the Flagstaff area is a great spot to do it. It's beautiful up here, and I'm telling you, there's plenty of space and plenty of campsites out here, even with the closures. And they're just for forest management. They're keeping our space livable. They're keeping the vegetation growing. Just like when there's cattle out roaming, there's times where the cattle aren't allowed in that space, and the ranchers have to move them because we have to let nature heal. Oh. And this forest loam is so soft and easy to dig in. And there we go. So we've got our summer spot here. Now we have someone that we're going to go visit next week. Oh, that's going to be a fun one. We're going to stay at a lake with a friend of ours who is the camp host there. But I'm telling you, when we're done with our little 4-day visit, we're going to be coming back here and keeping our fingers crossed that nobody else took our spot. But if somebody did, then that just means we're going to explore this area a little bit more and find another site that's just as good as this one. But for right now, this is perfection. We're still close to Flagstaff. I think we're 20 minutes north of Flagstaff. So this is our cool heat of the afternoon spot. I even do my workout here. I have a very important tip to give you when you're looking for a spot. You always want to do your breaking camp and going to a new spot. You want to do that on Sunday or Monday. You've got the people escaping from the heat of the lower desert up here for the weekends, and you've got the locals coming here for the weekends. So the weekends, the good spots are going to be taken. Go on Sunday or Monday and you're basically going to have your choice and get your spot, and then you're good. And the weekend, it may fill up a bit, but then it tapers out and you have your privacy again. My next tip is, it's much better to use a map than a GPS out here. I have much more success using the map. So everyone, I hope you're dealing and managing the heat as well as I am. So until next week, take care. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you. The comments mean a lot. That does a lot to the algorithm. So thank you for taking the time to chat. See you next week.